Hi guys, and welcome to School for the Fool and our special 222 energy report. I knew it was time to do one of these because I can feel the energy is shifting out there. I can feel it, like that's my gift. I feel things before anything else. And then what comes after that for me. And this moon, the shifting that's happening with it, and the energies remind me back to the full moon in Gemini, and then the 12/12 energy report that was done after that. And this feels very similar to me, except more intense. I really feel the karma being the rest of karma that needs to be dealt with so that we can clear out these old energy patterns. I feel them out there and they're very present, and it's so that we can start transmuting them. And as twin flames, that's what we're here to do. Now, if that's what you're here for, like I am a twin flame, so I'm always going to talk about that. And karma is being cleansed right there, out there now, for divine masculine especially, but divine feminine has to finish as well. Okay. And this is the thing about karma. If your other half is in a karmic relationship or dealing with karma, you got to let them do that, because that's part of their path. And you can't be angry about that, because if you're angry about that, you're feeding into the negative pattern that's out there that we're trying to transmute. So you're actually defeating the purpose, as well as all the self-harm and stuff that goes along with that, right? That's why we shift gears. We start focusing within, we start doing the work within, we step into purpose, we follow our passions. And I want to say something else too. I recognize there are trigger words out there, karma, twin flame, people don't like that, but you have to understand, people need to know when they're in the box what things are, so they can get out of the box and then start creating. It's the same thing as a metaphor for painting. We know that we have got red, blue, green, or red, blue, yellow, sorry, and we're going to make other colors now, right? We're going to use those other colors. We're going to make other colors now. So we have our primary colors, we'll make other colors. We need labels to know where we're at. Don't let that offend you, but don't feed into the labels. This is where we shift out and we just look at it for what it is. We become more tolerant of, we have to become tolerant of everything when we are in the oneness of the words, right? Okay, please, because now we take that and we transmute it, and we're going to, when we transmute it and we harmonize around us, we're actually painting the picture of our lives. That's what we're doing, but we're doing it with energy. And cleansing our karma is part of that. That's the time we're in right now. And that's why you can see it outside. Like I'm sure many of you are feeling it, especially if you're healers and light workers and a twin flame. You're going through it. And that's why I'm doing this 12. That's why I'm doing that. I was going to say it. I'm back at the 12/12 energy report. I'm already back there. Flash forward. This 222 energy report, so we can get some healing done. Ooh. There it is. That is how we are feeling. That's how we're feeling right now. Like, is this done? Are we done yet? Are we getting there now? Like, I feel like, are we getting to our vision? Are we getting to New Earth, what we're building? Us building here, right? Are we getting there? Because we're, like, this is how we feel right now. Okay? Just want to see. Yeah. Okay. Tower sit. So Virgo full moon, and we know it was a super moon. This lovely snow moon tower moments. Tower, 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 right? But we have to finish cleansing out the old negative energy patterns because we don't want to feed into them anymore. We're going to shift out. Battery only needs a negative charge, okay? So you can keep charging in your negative charge, but we're moving out of that now. We are template builders. We are building new earth. We are doing it through us. Harmonization, okay? And now we're gonna tune our frequencies to our authentic selves and heal. And what's not serving you? What's not serving you's gotta go, because we're shifting out. We don't need to negatively charge our situations anymore. We're gonna use the light, and we're actually going to become a battery now, because when you connect a positive to a negative, it's a battery. Okay? We don't want to just keep going in negative. There's no charge there. We want to grow. We want to grow, and we want to. That's how we use our energy. Ace of Swords, the gift of mental clarity from the divine. Guys, there's a message here. I already know it. There's a message here, and there's a message in the Page of Wands. It's coming out here. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. We now have to focus on ourselves. And we have to focus on ourselves with a bird's eye view. We cannot get caught in the thick of the jungle. We must stay connected to our bird's eye view. And how do we do that? We do that with our connection to Source and Mother Nature. That's how we do that now. We know this now. This is part of the positive pattern. This is part of the positive pattern we're building now. We know that. And we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, there's a message in here. And now we are actively growing. And look, like it's growing out of the palm of our hands. We don't need to keep checking it. We don't need to keep checking it. It's right there. We just need to keep focusing on continuing on our paths. Okay, the High Priestess is here. The High Priestess is here. Continue on our paths. Remember, we reclaim pieces of higher self in the darkness. That's where the real answers lie. In the darkness when you face it. And yes, it feels yucky. It feels yucky when it's being purged. It doesn't feel good. It feels yucky. That's why we need self-care. That's why we need to heal. This is not easy. And then we have the Ace of Cups. But it's worth it. Nothing worth doing is ever easy. But you gotta get there. You just gotta get there. Hold tight. Okay, Ace of Cups is here. Okay, let's get our messages, please. The Ace of Swords come as a burst of fresh air. It often appears suddenly and unexpectedly, but usually when we have been needing it most. The Ace is swift and invigorating, a gust of wind sweeping us away from a period of stagnation and back into action. Allow the universe to send you a signal and open your mind to the answers you've been looking for. You can't rush the Ace of Swords. You can't force it into your situation. It will come up when it's time. So keep your eyes open for the opportunity. The new ideas you need will come up like a gust of wind, unexpectedly and quietly if you keep your senses heightened. However, you will not miss it. You're not going to miss it because this is of the light. You will not miss this. This is of the light. And it will be freeing, and that's why the Tower's here. That's why the Tower's here. And please, hold tight if you're feeling like this. Please hold tight. Because the gift of the Ace of Swords is here with the Tower. okay? And hold tight if you're alone. Hold tight if you're alone. That's why the Nine of Pentacles is here. But remember, your bird's eye view. Your bird's eye view, your connection to source, okay? This is what we're cultivating. The Page of Wands is full of vibrant, fresh, creative energy. The Page is optimistic and revitalizing. They are excited and enchanted and dives into a new endeavor for the first time, or perhaps after a period of stagnation. If you stumble into something or someone that makes your heart feel young and joyful, hold on to it. This vibrant, fresh energy is helpful in pushing new projects into production and allowing us to feel alive. There is no need to feel glum and bored with your life. There are exciting new opportunities all around you. Pick one and run with it. And if that's how you're feeling even about your divine counterpart, hold tight, right? Hold tight. Things are shifting. Things are shifting all the time. Be true to your heart. Be true to yourself. Be true to the path that Source is showing you within. And we just heard what this is about. Both of these cards directly linked with the removal of stagnation. We cannot be stagnant. We must grow, right? And we're just talking about the battery. The battery is done charging. It's done charging. It's time for the positive connection. So we are fully operational. We're going to be fully operational. We're going to manifest. Creators and healers. It's beautiful. Now, I want to do something a little differently here. I got this new deck, and because we're in a little bit of darker times here, I want to use it and just ask it what's happening here. You've got the 10 of Wands. We have the Tower. Okay. 4 of Wands. Okay. We're 4 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Now we're going to get the messages directly from the book because I want to ask the cards exactly what's happening. Okay. Romance, society, harmony, prosperity, peace, the fruit of labor. That's what is being activated right now, okay? With the 6 of Pentacles. Philanthropy, kindness, material gain, gratification, and charity. With mastery, perfection, artistic ability, dignity, renown, power. This is about a restoration. And I really feel like we are regaining something from the dawns of time here. A power. And we're going to manifest now here with it. And really, this is beautiful. The 4 of Wands. Romance, society, harmony, prosperity, peace, the fruit of labor. This to me sounds like New Earth. And something I want to be a part of. All right. Now, we don't need to use these other 2 decks today, guys. These messages are pretty simple, and I know you guys have things to do. All right. Nine of Earth. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. And that's what this is about. That's what this is. This is the 9 of Pentacles. This is the same card. That's what this time is about right now. And if you are a twin flame here joining me and you're in separation, remember, you are cultivating now you. You know, we'll get one more of these, and then we're going to get an oracle, and we will close out the reading. You'll close out our 222 energy report. All right. Balance. Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. That's what this is, a balance back, right? A balance restored, because it's a time for moderation, cooperation, and compromise. And that's how we harmonize. That's how we transmute what is going on around us, through us. And no, once again, too, it's not easy. But it's worth it, because this is about you. And you matter. And what you're doing here matters. It's important. Now, let's get... We're going to get one each of these cards, and then we're going to get an oracle. There's that one. That's the 6 of Cups. And this one. Not those. All right. The 6 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. This card is all about going back to a time of just simple things. That's all it says in the book. Just going back to a time of simple things. And we are ending conflict. We're ending conflict now. It's time to put an end to it. No more. But it's just a waste of energy. Unless it's constructive and we shift through it. Shining Lotus. There are times when it makes sense to be discreet until you find your inner strength, so that you feel empowered enough to share your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs without wavering, even in the face of a challenge. At other times, we are ready to take a risk and allow the inner lotus blossom of our true self to shine forth for all to behold. All right, because, you know, I just can't stop. I had to get the information right. I got the book because I had to have the book with the cards, the big book. A warrior appears conflicted as he stands over the swords he has taken from his enemies. The 2 other warriors walk away defeated and saddened, However, nobody is the victor, for a massive storm and colossal tidal wave is on its way that has the potential to destroy everyone. This card intends to say that when battles are fought with cunning and betrayal, nobody wins. You may have just suffered a defeat or perhaps come out of a conflict thinking you have won. However, you are encouraged to check yourself and be very mindful of what is right and wrong in this scenario. The Five of Swords implies a conflict which can lead to a karmic defeat, meaning that no matter how the conflict turned out, whether you won or lost, you will still suffer a loss because, in truth, the conflict is internal. The Five of Swords represents a no-win scenario for everyone involved. The stability of the Four has broken up, leading to a conflict of ideas between individuals. The battle is now over, leaving two without their swords. However, the one who took the sword appears confused as to the feelings which he is now seeing on the forces of his foes. Wow. With that, okay, Nicole. He is seeing on the faces of his foes, not realizing that a great wave is on its way, one that no patch can avoid. With that in mind, if this conflicted character can see his mistake and honor the feelings of the others to find a resolution, this conflict doesn't have to end with a disaster. As far as the image is concerned, the loss that is taking place is not due to poor fighting, but to passivism. But to being passive. The intellect was enabled by emotion, which can be seen on the faces of the losers. This relates to the astrology quite a bit, for the sensitive and emotional nature of Venus causes the swords some conflict of their own, who normally look at everything from a lens of logic and reason. This is the nature of conflict which is now happening. So we really need to shift to our hearts. And really, it's internal. And we don't need to fight anymore. I would like to thank, I love this book. Got in the mail. Thank you, Patch Tarot. Love you, Spirit Sides. Love you. Guys, that's why the Six of Cups is here, because we just have to go back to simpler times now. We have to, when we're shifting away from ego too, we're going to shift away. That's why moderation is here. Because it's not about that anymore. It's about what's happening within. And it's not doing this anymore. It's time to stop doing this. This is what we've been doing for so long. I feel like this is all anyone knows how to do. This is conflict. But it's time to go back to simpler times. And that's why it's really, I think, connecting with our ancestors is important if you feel called to do so. This reading feels very connected to the last reading I just did, the recovery after the full moon. And the full moon, like the energies are shifting something, but it's to create room for so much more light. So much more light. I want to thank you guys for joining me here today. I appreciate it as always. I know time is precious, okay? Time is so precious. So it means a lot from my heart that you're here spending your time with me. Thank you. Please go use some self-care now. And I will see you again soon at School for the Fool. Take care, everyone.